Good Monday morning, a glimmer of hope at the nation's airports.
And just in time for a huge week of spring break and Easter travel. It is March 30th. This is Today. Help on the way. TSA officers set to get their first paycheck in weeks amid those long airport lines and delays.
This is crazy.
Mine is a loop, you all.
Passengers and TSA workers voicing mounting frustration as the partial government shutdown drags on. Now, the longest in history.
We can't keep going through this. We haven't even recovered from the last shutdown.
We'll have everything you need to know as one of the busiest travel weeks of the year gets underway. Breaking overnight, thousands of additional U.S. troops now arriving in the Middle East, where the war with Iran is expanding. But President Trump touting progress in negotiations to end the fighting and lower those sky-high gas prices.
They gave us, I think out of a sign of respect, 20 boats of oil, big boats of oil, going through the Hormuz Strait.
Where does it all go from here? We're live in the region. Market Watch. All eyes on Wall Street this morning after 5 straight weeks of losses, spurred by the war and new inflation fears. Just ahead, what it all means for your bottom line. Weather worries. Millions at risk for severe storms from the Midwest to the Northeast, while that rare record-setting heat wave that's gripped tens of millions across the country finally coming to an end. Al's got your full forecast. Comeback in question. Golf legend Tiger Woods out on bail after his frightening rollover crash and DUI arrest. This morning, new details on the star's legal troubles and what his future could hold on and off the course. Those stories, plus ready for liftoff. Final preparations underway for the much-anticipated Artemis II moon mission.
We are ready. NASA is ready. This vehicle is definitely ready to go.
We'll take you inside the daring journey set to carry humans deeper into space than ever before. And all time ending.
Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it out.
UConn stuns Duke with a dramatic buzzer-beating 3, completing a historic comeback to advance to the Final Four.
UConn still has the March Magic.
The Huskies joining Michigan, Arizona, and Illinois on college basketball's biggest stage. The UConn women also advancing.
Strong. Cut it.
With dreams of an undefeated season alive and well. 2 more teams looking to make the Final Four today, Monday, March 30th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today, 7 a.m. on the West Coast on this Monday morning. Thank you for starting your Monday with us. Thank you for starting your week with us. Laura, Jared, in for Savannah, who, by the way, will be back 1 week from today.
Yep.
UConn, man, what a finish. Storming back, stunning Duke.
All thanks to a freshman, not even 21 years old yet, Braylon Mullins, with the game winner in the clutch. And guess who has him booked on the 3rd hour of Today?
Braylon's going to join us right after class, coming up on the 3rd hour.
It's going to be fun to talk to him. We want to get you started with everything you need to know as we begin this busy week. We have a live look at the markets this morning after the Dow and the NASDAQ plummeted on Friday into what's called correction territory.
In fact, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 are recording their worst 2 days of the year, marking a 5th straight week of losses, just as the war with Iran enters its 5th week. That conflict helping fuel the ongoing market fears.
Meantime, here at home, some TSA officers are expected to start getting back pay today, but airports saying it could still be several days because of all these significant issues before these long lines improve.
And it is, of course, a busy week of travel. Spring break still in full swing. Easter travel also, of course, this week as well. We've got it all covered for you. We'll start with NBC's Priscilla Thompson. She's at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental. Priscilla, good morning to you.
Yeah, Greg, Laura, good morning. The lines here are still visible. Right now, folks are looking at about a half-hour wait here during this peak morning travel period. But that is a far cry from the hours-long waits that we had been seeing just a few days ago, as today the chaos isn't over just yet. This morning, the wait is not over yet.
We were just hoping that it wouldn't take too long.
Travelers across the country still dealing with delays at airport security. In Baltimore,
the TSA pre-check should be open. It's not.
A bottleneck, with some reporting 4-hour wait times on Sunday. At LaGuardia, lines extended past the terminal, while flyers out of Philadelphia International had tedious waits with limited checkpoints open.
It's just been really sad to see so many airports so packed.
The travel trouble lingering days after President Trump signed an executive order approving officers' back pay. Money they could see as soon as today or Tuesday, according to the Department of Homeland Security.
It's good news because these TSA officers are struggling. They can't feed their families or pay the rent.
But even with the paychecks on the way, some TSA officers worry about their financial future.
We can't keep going through this. We haven't even recovered from the last shutdown.
In the past 6 months, TSA officers have worked without pay for more than 90 days during 3 separate government shutdowns. So far, more than 500 officers have quit since the shutdown began. And over the weekend, a record number of TSA call-outs, with more than 3,500 missing a shift on Friday.
This is crazy.
While those numbers are improving, more than a third of officers at Houston's Hobby and Bush and BWI called out on Saturday.
Mine is a loop, you all.
It's unclear how long it will take airports to rebound from the staffing shortage, which has snarled travel plans for weeks.
We're talking about switching to an 8 o'clock or canceling the weekend altogether.
But with the spring break rush rolling on and Easter weekend right around the corner, there could be even more turbulence in the weeks to come. And as for those DHS agents, Border Czar Tom Homan says that they will remain on the ground at airports until operations return to normal. We've seen some of them here today because, as a reminder, we're talking about more than 500 officers, TSA officers, who have quit, and it takes 4 to 6 months to train new officers who would be ready to get to work. Craig.
All right, Priscilla Thompson starting us off there in Houston. Priscilla, thank you.
So despite some positive signs at the airports, this funding freeze for the entire Department of Homeland Security still remains. It is now the longest shutdown in U.S. history, with no clear path toward ending the standoff. NBC's chief Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles has that part of the story for us. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, Laura, good morning. Congress is scheduled to be out of town for the next 2 weeks. And even though TSA workers are expected to get their back pay as soon as today, that solution is temporary, and it's only a fraction of the entire DHS budget. And there is little sign of a breakthrough.
This morning, the Department of Homeland Security remains shut down for the 45th day. And instead of searching for a solution, members of Congress are still pointing fingers at each other.
They want to go back to our open borders.
The Republican Speaker of the House refused to even have a vote on that in the House and went home, as we have these big lines at airports.
Lawmakers left town on Friday after House Republicans chose not to put a bill on the floor that was passed unanimously in the Senate that would have funded most of the agency outside of Border Patrol and ICE, arguing that deal, despite being bipartisan, was a gimmick.
We can't have any part of it. This gambit is a joke.
Instead, the House narrowly passed a short-term spending bill that would fund the entire agency, a plan that has no hope of getting the 60 votes it would need in the Senate.
He knows that he sent over something that is just not going to get the support in the Senate.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune has decided not to call the Senate back until he knows he has a deal he can pass.
Democrats are using long TSA lines to throw a temper tantrum about deportations of violent, criminal, illegal aliens.
Meanwhile, President Trump continues to push Senate Republicans to blow up the legislative filibuster and pass the funding bill with only Republican votes, a path Senate Republicans are not interested in.
I think the Senate is playing it too soft. The Republicans are wonderful people, but we're dealing with very sick individuals. The Democrats are sick.
All this as millions of Americans in cities across the country protested the Trump administration under the banner of No Kings, demanding the president change course on a wide range of issues, including his mass deportation program and the war in Iran.
And a source familiar with the negotiations tells NBC that Senator Thune informed senators over the weekend that his team is working with Democrats on a solution, but made note of the fact that Democrats have already repeatedly rejected short-term funding bills for DHS, like the one the House just passed. And this time would be no different. Laura?
All right, Ryan Nobles, thank you.
Let's turn to the war with Iran now. More U.S. troops arriving in the Middle East over the weekend, even as President Trump hails negotiations to end the fighting, and a move by Iran that could help rein in those skyrocketing oil and gas prices. We've got two reports for you. We'll start with NBC's Matt Bradley. He is in Tel Aviv. Matt, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, guys. So this is what's left of an Iranian missile attack here in central Tel Aviv last week. Now, the injuries were minimal, but it just goes to show that a month into this fight, Iran is still punching back. Today, as thousands more American troops arrive in the Middle East to join a widening war, President Trump sounding optimistic.
I do see a deal in Iran, yeah.
The president said Iran is softening its weeks-long blockade of the Strait of Hormuz.
They gave us, I think out of a sign of respect, 20 boats of oil, big boats of oil, going through the Hormuz Strait.
But as global oil prices skyrocket, in an interview with the Financial Times yesterday, the president raising the prospect of seizing Iran's oil, saying, quote, "To be honest with you, my favorite thing is to take the oil in Iran, but some stupid people back in the U.S. say, why are you doing that?" Also floating taking over the island that serves as Iran's main oil hub. Quote, "Maybe we take Harg Island, maybe we don't." It comes as the Washington Post reports that the Pentagon is preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran, short of a full-scale invasion, according to U.S. officials. NBC News hasn't confirmed that report. The spokesperson for Iran's Revolutionary Guard said U.S. troops will become food for the sharks in the Persian Gulf, and American casualties are rising. U.S. officials say several American servicemen were injured when an Iranian missile and drone slammed into a U.S. base in Saudi Arabia. That Iranian attack may have had help from Moscow, said Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He showed intelligence to NBC News' Raf Sanchez that Russia took satellite images of the airbase in Saudi Arabia before Iran attacked it.
I think that in Russian interest to help Iranians, and I know that they share information.
So Russia's involvement would open up yet another front in this already widening war. Now, the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen have fired at Israel for the first time this year. They've blocked shipping lanes before, so there are now concerns that they could snarl international trade even more. Guys?
Matt Bradley for us there in Tel Aviv. Matt, thank you.
Here at home, all eyes are on Wall Street and the pain at the pump. The market's coming off a fifth straight week of losses amid this ongoing war. NBC's business correspondent Brian Chung is watching all of it for us. Brian, good morning to you. What is the single biggest factor driving this ongoing dip? And do you think that things are actually going to get worse before they get better?
Yeah, it is the uncertainty over Iran. And the thinking among investors is that what started off as a short-term geopolitical flare-up might turn into something more longer-term that could really impact the U.S. economy. And for that reason, we've seen a pretty nasty month of trading on Wall Street. If you take a look at the major indexes, they're down all over 7% over the last month. If you zoom out from their all-time highs on both the NASDAQ as well as the Dow, we're now down 10% from those highs. That's what they call a market correction in the parlance of Wall Street. But I should also point out, oil prices as well continue to be volatile. We're looking at gas prices at the pump, $3.99, and AAA says that we could get close to $4 a gallon in the coming days. If that happens, that would be the first time it's broken $4 a gallon since August of 2022.
Brian, so let's talk about the impact on mortgage rates. What have we seen with regard to that so far since the war started?
Yeah, mortgage rates jumped above 6.6% just on Friday. By the way, I should point out, before this war, mortgage rates were at 5.59%. So that is a big jump in a pretty short period of time. I think a lot of people are asking the question, why would a war half a world away impact the rate that I pay to try to buy a home? And the answer is really the Federal Reserve. The expectation is that the Federal Reserve might now have to start thinking about an interest rate hike later on this year. That has an impact of obviously nudging up mortgage rates as well. We'll have to see what markets do today. But again, this is something that people were not talking about prior to this war, whether or not there would be a Federal Reserve rate hike. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, but it's something that will get someone's attention if
For
it's
sure.
their mortgage rate. Brian, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, lots more to get to here on a Monday morning, including the thrills of March Madness on full display. The road to the men's Final Four delivering one of the wildest endings to a game in tournament history as UConn stormed back to stun Duke. NBC's Sam Brock here with the highlights. Sam, what we saw yesterday is pretty rare.
Historically almost unparalleled, guys. Look, number one seeds were 134-0 when leading by 15 points or more at halftime, as Duke was. They're now 134-1. UConn pulling off the unthinkable with freshman Braylon Mullins from Indiana hitting a shot that's going to go down as one of the most memorable in NCAA tournament history, sending his team to the Final Four in his home state with a shot at the Huskies' third title in 4 years. It's why they call it March Madness. The men's Final Four cemented overnight with a comeback for the ages.
UConn still has the March magic!
In the first half, number one seed Duke seemed to be cruising with a 19-point lead. UConn rallied, but the Blue Devils still leading with just seconds left until Huskies freshman Braylon Mullins grabbing the ball and his place in the history books.
Ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. It's good with .3. UConn goes in front.
Multiple angles showing the moment. Announcers stunned. The stadium electric. And UConn fans erupting. Mullins just soaking in the moment.
We were just crawling back into the game, and I thought we did a pretty good job with that.
Named Indiana's Mr. Basketball last year, he's now heading home for the championship.
We told Braylon Mullins when we recruited him, we're bringing him back to Indy for the Final Four, and now Braylon Mullins is going back to Indy for the Final Four.
UConn next squares off against Illinois next Saturday. That team on their first trip to the Final Four since 2005 after defeating Iowa this weekend.
Illinois is going to the Final Four.
And Arizona and Michigan also cementing their slots. While on the women's side, the Elite Eight continuing this week. The UConn women also dominant.
Heckel gets around Hidalgo and lays it in.
The Huskies winning their 54th game in a row, beating Notre Dame to earn a spot in the Final Four. Absolutely incredible. So the party in Storrs, Connecticut is definitely going to be at peak levels all week. Check this out, though. The reaction from UConn's women's team, which had already secured their spot in the Final Four, when they learned about the men winning, you can hear the screams through the hallway. It is just pandemonium there. If you are wondering, guys, has any school ever won the title on the men's and women's side in the same year? You know what? The answer is yes. One school has done that. That would be UConn. Twice. And so now there is the potential for a third time. Wow. We will see. But this is what March is all about.
It's a great time to be a UConn fan, right?
Always a good time to be.
Sorry for Duke. I know you're rooting for Duke.
It's true. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
By the way, we should mention Braylon is going to join us in the third hour. That kid that made that buzzer beater.
You got to ask him. What's the first thing he's going to do to celebrate, right?
Well, he has class.
He can't drink. He's not supposed to drink.
He actually has class. He was going to be on earlier, but has to do the third hour because his kid's got to go to class this morning.
He needs to put his priorities in order. Mr. Roker, good morning.
Good morning to you guys, and good morning to you. Hope you had a good weekend. Well, we are looking at some severe weather to start the work week off, especially in the upper Midwest, Dubuque, Milwaukee. Wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour, 2-inch hail or more possible. So tomorrow, this system makes its way to the east. It's got a risk of severe weather from Saginaw to Cleveland, Buffalo. We could be looking at some severe storm hazards, marginal risk pushing through. Then Wednesday, the front stalls from Long Island to Texas, bringing more storms, anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain from Buffalo all the way down to Kansas City. Plus, we've got temperatures 15 to 30 degrees above average today, with records possible in Lexington, Kansas City, Santa Fe, down to Austin. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
never gets old. We're back 7:30 with a little Jerry Maguire for you to start your Monday. The Tom Cruise classic, one of the most beloved films of the 90s. And now, 30 years later, heading back to the big screen, Carson.
Gosh, 30 years.
That's amazing.
We're going to have a lot more on that on Pop Start coming up. But first, we're going to start this half hour with a new legal trouble for Mr. Tiger Woods.
Yeah, the golf legend arrested and charged with driving under the influence after another rollover crash in Florida. NBC's Jesse Kirsch joins us with the very latest on this. Jesse, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Thankfully, the sheriff says no one was injured in this crash, and it comes as Tiger Woods has been in the middle of yet another comeback. He just competed professionally for the first time in almost 2 years, and there was talk of him playing at the Masters next month. But now he's once again under the spotlight for the wrong reasons.
This morning, the golf world is reeling from yet another car crash involving Tiger Woods. Investigators say Woods was driving this Land Rover at a high speed on a 30-mile-per-hour road in Florida on Friday when he clipped a truck's trailer and flipped his vehicle. The Martin County Sheriff says Woods crawled out of the passenger door.
Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew triple zeros, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test.
The global golf icon spent hours in this jail before he posted bond and was driven away with the cameras flashing. Friday's incident is the latest in a series of troubling crashes that have tarnished the 15-time major champion's once sterling reputation. In 2009, Woods crashed into a fire hydrant near his home, and he was issued a careless driving citation.
All right, nope, put your right foot in front of your left foot.
Right foot in front.
Yep.
In 2017, Woods was charged with DUI after police found him asleep behind the wheel with the engine still running. He pled guilty to reckless driving.
It is still shut down here until further notice.
And then in 2021, authorities say Woods was driving nearly 90 miles per hour in Los Angeles County. He crashed into a tree and went airborne.
I feel I'm lucky to be alive.
No criminal charges were filed after that incident, but Woods was seriously injured, suffering fractures to his right leg, needing multiple surgeries. Barely a year later, he remarkably returned to the Masters. Woods opened up to Carson in 2024 about his injuries.
I've struggled with my hips moving, and especially since my accident, my right leg doesn't work that well.
And only days ago, Woods was competing again, just months after his 7th back surgery. Augusta's upcoming Masters tournament was on his mind.
I want to play. I've loved the tournament.
We've reached out to Tiger Woods' team, but we have not yet heard back. Meanwhile, the sheriff says investigators believe Woods was impaired by some kind of medication or drug. And I can tell you, having gone to this crash scene, guys, there is some sidewalk for people to walk on, but there is no real shoulder for a car to pull over. It is really that narrow, guys.
Just glad he did not hurt anyone and didn't get hurt himself. Yep. Jesse, thank you.
All right, let's bring in NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos. Danny, good Monday morning to you. So Tiger Woods takes a breathalyzer. He blows a 0.0, then refuses to take a urine test at the jail. What does that imply? What kind of legal trouble would he be in refusing to take a test in the state of Florida?
So Florida just amended its statute. It used to be that a first-time refusal was just a license suspension. Now it's a separate crime, and that's the same in many states. They have a similar structure where if you refuse, you can be charged. Although, interestingly enough, the Supreme Court recently said that you can refuse a blood draw, but a blood draw requires a warrant. Things like breath and urine. Yes, exactly. Things like breath and urine do not require a warrant, but separately, blood does. So you can be required to take a urine test, and if you refuse in Florida, you can be charged with a 60-day misdemeanor. And by the way, Tiger is also looking at a charge of DUI plus property damage. That takes a 6-month misdemeanor and makes it a potential 1-year misdemeanor with that DUI plus property damage.
So, Danny, he goes into this with a history when it comes to driving incidents. How do you think that's likely to factor into what prosecutors want to do here?
Interestingly enough, he has a history. He has a terrible traffic history. But this might be his first technical DUI conviction, if he is convicted, of course, because you remember his prior one in 2017, he pleaded to a reckless as part of what's called a diversion program. This is very common. It's kind of the one free bite of the apple that many states have. But here's the thing. Even though he pleaded to reckless and not DUI before, look for prosecutors to not go easy on him and not offer him anything like diversion or probation or anything like the deal he got in 2017.
Yeah.
It's hard to not look at a calendar when you see Tiger Woods and look at the week in April that is the Masters. What's next in the legal process, and what's the timing of it all as far as what's next?
It'll move relatively slowly, especially in misdemeanor court. He may not even have to appear at his next appearance. Now the case just moves on, and it gives them time, the prosecutors, to give discovery and also for Tiger to consider any plea offers if the prosecutors make any. And as I said before, they might not because of his, as Laura pointed out, his lousy driving history.
Danny, it's always good to have you. It's even better when you bring your delightful daughter as well.
Glad she's here today, too.
How old are you now? 7.
She's 7.
You want to say hi? Can she say hi?
Of course, yeah. Come on.
Come out and say hi.
Come on out.
Say hi to America. What's your name?
She's like, come on out, Lena. Come to me. Come on. Here she comes.
I was told
exactly
to stand here.
Yes.
Here she is.
I was trying to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Future legal analyst.
Future legal analyst. This is my girl. Say hi, everyone. Look at the cat. You got to look at the red. The red. There you go.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, everyone.
All 3 of my daughters have that same face. Exact same
The
look.
proud face, you mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Still had an exclusive interview with Second Lady Usha Vance, opening up to our Kate Snow about her journey to Washington, her growing family, and her inspiring mission to get kids excited about reading.
All right, but first, Artemis 2 ready for liftoff. We're going to take you inside NASA and the final preparations for this week's historic and long-awaited moon mission. We'll get to that right after this. We're back now at 7:40 with a countdown to a historic voyage, and there she is. That is Artemis 2 now on the launch pad at Kennedy Space Center.
As we speak, a 4-person crew is preparing for their long-awaited mission around the moon. It's faced several delays due to technical challenges, but this morning NASA believes everything is looking good for a Wednesday launch.
NBC's Tom Costello has been covering the mission preps for years. Tom, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. This is looking very real. The countdown clock picks up this afternoon. The launch window opens at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. These astronauts will not be landing on the moon, but they will travel farther from Earth than any humans ever.
Ready for liftoff at the Kennedy Space Center.
Hey, let's go to the moon!
The Artemis 2 crew now in countdown mode. Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Cook, and Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen.
We are ready. NASA is ready. This vehicle is definitely ready to go.
Along for the ride, a stuffed toy named Rise, the crew's zero-G indicator.
And our buddy here named Rise was submitted by second grader Lucas Yee from California.
The original February launch delayed by a hydrogen leak and pressurization issue. Liftoff will mark the first time humans have ever ridden in the Orion space capsule, perched on top of Artemis.
And this is what will happen once in space. Take a look. You can see the Orion space capsule that will enter an orbit around the Earth, going around twice. And then it will head towards the moon, where then it will reach its furthest, or hopes to reach, the furthest the humans have ever traveled into space, 280,000 miles from Earth, something never before achieved. All of this will be accomplished in just 10 days, a mission that then paves the way for a future return to the lunar surface and maybe a permanent establishment of a human presence on our own natural satellite.
It's a stepping stone to Mars, where we might have the most likelihood of finding evidence of past life.
And the Artemis crew will see a part of the far side of the moon that not even Apollo astronauts saw.
This is an exciting time, and it is going to truly test our mettle.
The first Canadian, first woman, and first African American to head to deep space.
It's about human history. It's the story of humanity, not black history, not women's history, but that it becomes human history.
And setting the stage for landing astronauts on the moon in 2028.
So this will be the first time that NASA has launched astronauts into deep space since Apollo in 1972. Yes, they've had some technical challenges. NASA insists they will not take any risks with these astronauts' lives. They will only go when they are 100% sure it is going to be safe. Weather right now, 80% go for a Wednesday launch. So we will all be watching very, very closely, of course. Guys, back to you.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will indeed. Tom, thank you. Tom, of course, will be covering it on Wednesday. He's going to have some company there on Wednesday.
He sure is. Our very own Mr. Roker is going to be there for the launch.
I'm so excited about this. I love that crew. They are amazing. Going to be looking forward to joining Tom. Let's show you what the parameters are weather-wise when it comes to launch. Lightning, clouds, precipitation, temperature, wind, and even solar activity. So they will not launch for 30 minutes after lightning is observed within 12 miles through a cloud layer that's within 6 miles and has freezing temperatures in it, and they won't launch through precipitation. Now, if the temperature exceeds 94 degrees, that's not going to happen. Peak liftoff winds exceed 33, that shouldn't happen. And during severe or extreme solar activity, we're not expecting that. So the forecast for Wednesday, 624 to 824, that's the first window. Chance of some showers, but very slight. Temperatures will be in the 60s. Wind's not going to be a problem. We move into Thursday. Again, another chance between 722, 922. Chance for some thunderstorms, partly cloudy, winds east at 20 miles per hour, temperatures in the mid-70s. And then Friday, finally, their last window in this batch, 8 to 10, partly cloudy skies, chance of some slight showers, temperatures in the low to mid-70s. And again, winds will be light. But we're hoping Wednesday they get to take off, and we are going to be there with it. And in fact, we even have a special on NBC News starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so check your local listings. We're going to get to your local forecast in next 30 seconds. That's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
It's not the full pop star. It's just a little sneak peek. Just a little morsel here. We're going to do it like this. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the Goslings of our lives. In a recent interview to promote his box office hit, Project Hail Mary, Ryan Gosling took a moment to sing the praises of soap opera actors, giving a shout out to the cast of shows like Days of Our Lives and specifically legendary daytime actress Deirdre Hall.
Soap opera actors in general, they do not get the love they deserve. They get one take. Yeah. And it's impossible scenarios. Like when Marlena, Deirdre Hall, right? We know. Deirdre Hall gets possessed. This is right around when X-Files was a big deal, right? Suddenly everything got supernatural. Sure. She was possessed by the devil. Yeah. Right?
The soap opera community is freaking out. Deirdre Hall, by the way, saw this interview and then responded, actually invited Ryan to visit the set of NBC's long-running soap, and here's how he responded.
Deirdre Hall, are you kidding me? Yes. This is a very enthusiastic yes to a very cordial invitation to visit you on set. I will be there to thank you in person for being my OG acting inspiration. It wasn't Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront. It wasn't De Niro in Taxi Driver. It was you.
All right, so who knows? He's going to visit the set of Days, and maybe we'll keep our fingers crossed for a Gosling cameo.
They'll give him a shot.
So why not? Pretty cool.
I like that. All right. Thanks, buddy. Full pop start coming up. And Jenna's back with a brand new boost.
Yeah, guys, this is an inspirational one, an emotional comeback in golf that has everyone smiling right after this.
We're back. JVH is back. Time for our first boost of the week.
Okay, let's boost it, y'all. Yesterday, pro golfer Gary Woodland hit the course in the final round of the Texas Children's Open, playing just 2 weeks after revealing an ongoing battle with PTSD. It follows a 2023 surgery to remove a tumor that was pressing on the part of his brain that controls fear and anxiety. And guys, in Houston, Woodland delivered some of his best rounds in years, not only winning, but earning his 5th PGA Tour victory to date. Here's a little snippet of Gary's emotional reaction to this epic career and personal milestone.
Tell you what, we play an individual sport out here, but I wasn't alone today. And I got a lot of people behind me, my team, my family, in this golf world. Anybody that's struggling with something, I hope they see me and don't give up. Just keep fighting.
Isn't that
We see you.
beautiful?
Very brave. He gave a great interview about coming out with his PTSD and handling it. And the PGA Tour's now created this safety and security for him to go and do his job and to win. It's a great win.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great comeback.
He's a
We'll
great-
be watching him at the Masters.
Great man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
Nice
sure,
boost,
guys.
JVH.
Coming up, already missing love story. Are you a lot?
Yes, we are. We sure are.
Didn't take long. On Popstar, we're going to have a first look at the highly anticipated series about the Kennedy family. We'll give you the look of that, ladies. Calm down first. Quick check of your local news weather. These messages.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, end of the lines. TSA officers set to get their first paychecks in weeks as airports warn those long delays could still stick around for a while. This is crazy.
Mine is a loop, you all.
We're live with the latest. Then sitting down with the second lady, Usha Vance, opening up in an NBC News exclusive.
Have you had the conversation about whether he might run for president?
You know, everyone asks me.
Her rare interview about life with the vice president, her growing family, and a brand new passion project straight ahead. Then get pumped. As gas prices approach $4 a gallon nationwide, we're going to break down all the ways you can save and how to find the best deals near you. All that, plus John Hamm brings his vibes to Studio 1A. Social media sensation Alex Earl here live.
Get ready with me for a boat day in Miami.
And did you know Jerry Maguire is headed back to theaters?
Do you know bees and dogs can smell fear?
Well, we can't compete with that. Today, Monday, March 30th, 2026.
Girls trip to the Today Show. Today I'm 65. Visiting today
From Austin, Texas.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Rochester, Minnesota.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Salinas, California.
It's
Pittsburgh,
I'm wearing your goggles.
Father-daughter trip.
From Indiana.
Celebrating my Kel's 21st birthday. Good morning to my girls in Tennessee. Hi to our grandparents. Watching in Ohio. We love you, Mama Bobby.
Well, hello, Ohio. Hello to all of our smiling folks out there in the plaza starting their week with us. We're going to get outside and hang out with them in just a few minutes. And thank you. Thank you so much for starting your Monday, starting your week with us as well. It's Laura Jude in for Savannah, who will be back here in Studio 1A in exactly 1 week. Always good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Can't wait to welcome her back, of course, too.
Let's get right to your news at 8 o'clock. We're going to begin with those long lines at our nation's airports. Relief could soon be on the way, with TSA officers set to get their first paychecks in more than a month. Let's get the very latest on all of it now from NBC's Priscilla Thompson. Priscilla is at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Priscilla, good morning.
Yeah, Greg, good morning. Just here in the past hour, the lines have grown. Take a look at this. Again, starting to snake throughout the concourse here as people are looking to get through security. I already spoke to one woman this morning who had a 6 a.m. flight that she said that she missed because between checking her bags and getting through these security lines, she was not able to make it to her gate in time. And we know that there are continued long lines in places like LaGuardia in New York, Baltimore, Philly. So it is not over just yet, even as those TSA officers are expected to receive those paychecks either today or tomorrow. Over the weekend, we were still seeing about a third of officers calling in at both Houston airports and also in Baltimore. And the other thing that we're continuing to see here is, of course, those DHS officers who remain on the ground here trying to help with some of this congestion and flow problems that we're having here as these lines remain long. And Border Czar Tom Homan says that those agents are likely to remain on the ground here until these operations are fully back to normal. Of course, we know that during this shutdown, there have been more than 500 officers who have also quit. And so that is another problem, as it would take 4 to 6 months to train new officers to step into those roles. So even as we are expecting to see a lot of those officers back to work today, still a lot of long lines across the country. Craig?
All right. Priscilla Thompson for us there in Houston. Priscilla, thank you.
Now to an NBC News exclusive. The second lady, Usha Vance, sitting down down with our Kate Snow for a very rare interview to talk about a brand new project juggling her growing family and the new world she finds herself in as wife of the vice president. Kate, good morning.
Good morning, Laura. So today, the Second Lady launches an audio and video podcast called Story Time with the Second Lady. She says it's meant to get early readers excited about books and reading. I met her in her office-turned-kid-friendly recording studio to talk about her busy schedule, which includes raising 3 kids, 8 and under, and now a 4th baby on the way in July. You are the first vice presidential family to have a baby in office since the 1870s.
Right, I learned that after announcing I was pregnant.
How is it going?
It's going well, thank you. There's some differences, obviously. I have to dress up a lot more. My last pregnancy, there were a lot of sweatpants.
Usha Vance has traveled extensively in the past year. The 40-year-old who met her husband when they were students at Yale Law School is the first Indian-American Second Lady and the youngest in decades. As a busy lawyer and mom before her move to D.C., she tries to hold on to some normalcy for her family.
If I wear my jeans and a t-shirt and pull my hair up and go to the grocery store or go to the library, maybe someone will notice, but for the most part, I can just do those kinds of things.
So you can just walk out the door and go to the grocery store? You do that?
Yeah, we do that. We have our neighborhood shops. We have our Costco membership. My
you
kids
have a Costco membership?
Yeah.
See, you understand why that's maybe like people wouldn't think that, right?
I could see that, but it's an adventure. I take my kids.
You stopped working in 2024, right after your husband was chosen for the vice president role. Do you miss that? Do you think you'll go back to it?
Oh, certainly. It was really disorienting at first to lose that.
Your whole day changes, right?
But it also was an opportunity. That there are all sorts of things that I actually really care about and want to do. And then when the time comes, I mean, I do intend to work.
Right now, she's launching a new podcast for kids and families, Story Time with the Second Lady.
Because when we read, we grow. We will have someone come in, a special reader, we're calling them, read a fun book, have a very short little conversation, and then invite children to pick up books on their own. It's sort of just an advertisement for reading.
Why is this an issue that you care so deeply about?
Well, I have a longstanding interest in education. It seemed like a really natural fit because we have young children right now. But as I was teaching them to read, I was starting to see some of the statistics out there about the decline in literacy rates, about the fact that this is really a long-term trend, and it's worrisome.
The vice president has said many times that you are one of his biggest counselors. How much on a day-to-day now are you talking to him about what he's working on?
Well, one of the other privileges of this job is that we sort of work together in a way, right? So there are conversations all the time. He has a whole staff of policy advisors and those sorts of things. So it's really when something is troubling him, that's when I come into the picture.
Have you had the conversation about whether he might run for president?
You know, everyone asks me. My attitude is none of this has been planned. I think that my role here is to support him in what he might wish to do and to help him in this moment.
In 2014, you were a registered Democrat. Mm-hmm. You're now clearly a Republican. You voted for your husband for Senate. That's public knowledge. I wonder if you feel fully comfortable in the universe that you're in now?
What do you mean?
In the political universe that you're in.
Well, I do feel very comfortable in that no one has ever asked me to engage in any kind of litmus test on anything. And I feel very comfortable in that world. I don't feel like I have to walk around pretending anything of any sort. Sometimes I have thoughts that fit very comfortably into one side or another. Sometimes I have views that are way more idiosyncratic. And it's a world that I think is actually rather accepting of that, since everyone knows that I really care greatly about JD's success.
The Second Lady also said that it's been a privilege to be more flexible and have more time to be with her kids right now. When we met, her youngest had an Easter egg hunt at her preschool, guys, and she was able to go to the Easter egg hunt and say, not looking at my watch and feeling like I had to be back at the law office at a certain time. She also told me that she gets together with the First Lady, Melania Trump, and that Melania Trump has been generous because when she moved to Washington, she had a 10-year-old and has shared a lot of kind of the experience with the Second Lady.
It's a really interesting conversation. I want to hear the rest of it, Kate.
There is much more.
Well, yes, and it turns out you can find much more at today.com and NBCnews.com, including Kate's extended interview.
Kate, thank you. Thank you. Oh, here's a bit of a turn. Call it the Great Kit Kat Heist of 2026. 12 tons of Kit Kat chocolate bars were stolen during transit in Europe last week. That's more than 413,000 Kit Kat bars if you're counting. The candy apparently left Italy in a truck last week. It was supposed to be distributed across Europe, but it never reached its final destination of Poland. The vehicle and the merchandise remain unaccounted for. So far, there has not been a break in the case, but Laura Jarrett, the chocolatey fingerprints should point police in the right direction.
Sounds like I have my next assignment.
That's right.
Some breaking news and developments I'll stay on top of for you. Well, Ilya Malinin is back on top of the skating world 6 weeks after a disappointing 8th place finish at the Winter Olympics. The quad god just won his 3rd straight world championship. Malinin landed 5 high-scoring quadruple jumps and his signature backflip. He finished well ahead of silver medalist Yuma Kagayama of Japan. Afterward, he said, "Now I realize this is much more than just skating. It's being able to go and enjoy and have fun."
Yes.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. Can't keep the quad god down for long.
No.
All right, news is covered. Mr. Daly, what you working on, buddy?
Good for him, by the way. Great bounce back there. All right, we're crafting a pop star coming up. The reason that Tom Cruise is about to have you all at hello all over again.
But first, a story you can't afford to miss. If, like most drivers, you're concerned about the soaring price of gas, we're seeing Brian Chung back with us again, standing by with important tips on how to save at the pump and ways you can stretch that tank so it lasts a little bit longer. Right after this.
We're back 8:16 with today's consumer, and this morning we're talking about the soaring gas prices.
The national average now standing at $3.99 after rising more than $1 per gallon over the last month.
So, how can you save as we head into a busy week of spring break and Easter travel? Well, we put NBC's Brian Chung on the case. He's back to break it all down. Hey. So let's just start there. What are some things that people can do to save on gas?
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be hitting the roads for spring break travel, and as you're going out there, make sure you're looking at prices to make sure you're not paying more than you need to. There are apps like AAA as well as Gas Buddy where you can see in your local area where the cheapest prices are going to be. Also, try to choose regular if you can. I know a lot of people try to treat their cars nicely by putting some extra premium in there, but if your car takes regular, you might as well go with regular. The caveat being, of course, if it's a premium car, you can't go and downgrade on that, so just be careful about that. Loyalty programs as well, you can save between 3 to 10 cents if you're just a member at, for example, Shell as well as ExxonMobil. And then lastly, cash discounts. You're going to see those 2 boards when you go to the gas station. It saves you a lot of money to pay in cash. And also, if you're going to use your credit card, it's all right if you pay more. Try to use a credit card that has cash back to maximize those rewards.
And what about if you just want to use less gas to begin with?
Yeah.
What are the best tips?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that people don't have a choice to travel by car sometimes. So if you are driving, some tips for you. First off, take care of your car. If you do see that check engine light, it might be a good time to make sure that your fuel efficiency is as premium as it possibly could be in your vehicle. Also, make sure that those tires are inflated. If they're a little bit flat, that's going to affect your fuel efficiency as well. Drive smoothly. Try to use cruise control when you're driving on the highway. That's going to be efficient as well. Try to take anything heavy out of the trunk of your vehicle. That's going to weigh your car down. And then lastly, if you can, reduce your driving time. If you can take public transit a certain way, that's going to save you a lot on money as well.
Well, I mean, the rising oil prices also not just affecting gas prices. We're talking about fuel for planes as well.
Yeah.
Like, what can people who are getting ready to take a flight, what can they do to save?
Yeah, Going.com, Katie Nastro says that airfares are up 13% in March, probably in part because of those high jet fuel costs. So again, try to buy those plane tickets now if you're planning travel next month or later on in the summer. Also, take a look at refundable and reprice if needed. Even if you buy a ticket and the price drops after the fact and you go, wait a minute, I missed out, I paid a little bit more than I need to, try to call your airline. They might be able to give you a credit, but again, refundable is going to be key right now, not just because of the high price, but also those TSA lines. Set up price alerts to make sure you're getting the best deal. And then lastly, when you do get to your destination and you need a rental car, again, you're going to be paying those higher fuel costs. Try to go with a smaller car if you can. If you need to pack a big family, of course, go with that crossover or SUV. But if it's just you, go with a smaller car so you save some money.
Any other final tips as we're just thinking about ways to save with all these rising prices?
Yeah, well, look, people are looking at their personal finances and wondering, all right, are there ways I can move around money to get around these higher costs just to get around? There are budget apps like, for example, Rocket that you can use to make sure that actually you're putting your money where you need to. Try to look at no spend days. Just try to be a little bit, tighten the belt when it comes to spending money. And lastly,
a no spend day.
If you can. I mean, a lot of people have been trying that this year to make sure that they can just stop all that unnecessary spending.
Clearly
But also
people without children.
I'll learn at some point.
Okay.
And then lastly, stay invested in the market. People are very scared about those 401ks with the market, but try to stay in, especially if that's your nest egg. Exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Chung.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Brian.
Best time of the morning.
So much pop start, guys. So little time. Let's jump right in with Jerry Maguire. The Tom Cruise Renee Zellweger classic is finally returning to theaters.
You complete me. And I just had...
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello.
Oh, so dramatic.
I say that every morning to Craig.
This year marks the 30th anniversary. 30 years it's been. Jerry Maguire debuted, brought in $154 million at the box office to celebrate it. It's going back to the theaters, but for only 3 days. So mark your calendars. You want to relive the magic. It's April 12th, 14th, and 15th. Next up, the Kennedys. Seems like lately America's famous first family has been taking center stage on the screen, as seen in Hulu's recent hit Love Story about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
It's not a question of if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. It's a question of if I'm cut out to be Mrs. JFK Jr.
Now Netflix working on a Kennedy project of their own, and All of the Crown, the decades-spanning show, is going to start in the 30s with the first season all about Joe and Rose Kennedy. The streamer quick to drop a picture of that. There's Michael Fassbender, who'll play Joe Kennedy Sr., the Oscar nominee leading that cast. Production for the series just kicked off. No release date yet. Netflix promises it is coming soon. Be good. Yeah. Next up, one of our favorite shows around here, The Pit, the hit medical drama, just cast this big Cosby Show star.
I thought that one way of becoming more sensitive and understanding as a man would be to experience what it's like doing woman's work.
Woman's work, huh?
Did I say something wrong?
This is not women's work. My dad cooks. A lot of men cook.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that.
Well, Denise, Elvin just started working on his attitudes. We can't expect him to change overnight.
Oh, Elvin.
There you go. From the kitchen to the pit, actor Jeffrey Owens set to appear in this week's episode. According to Variety, Owens is going to play a cardiothoracic surgeon. It's a big guest role for the actor, who went viral in 2018 after photos circulated of him working at Trader Joe's. Since then, he's been popping up in various movies and TV projects like Nona's Bull and Ghost, and now you can add The Pit to that list. Finally, The Voice. Sorry, got to get it in, guys.
Of course.
The knockouts are on. Coach John Legend got his work cut out for him. With these two performers, we'll start with soulful vocalist Moses G.
And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Oh, let's get it on. Oh, baby, let's get it on.
How about Moses G? He's got some stiff competition, though. He's going against 20-year-old Lucas West, who's channeling his own inner Billy Joel.
It comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. I don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside.
How about that, guys? How would you, if you were sitting in a big red chair, you had to pick one of those two vocalists?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, that's
You want to know who's moving forward?
Yeah.
Watch tonight. It's on NBC and Peacock. The
I like
Voice.
what you did there.
Battle of Champions.
Nice tease. All right, I'll see your voice tease and raise you a John Hamm. Just ahead, star-studded half hour here in Studio 1A. There he is, the very, very busy John Hamm. He'll join us live in just a few moments. But first, quick check of your local news, weather, and these messages.
We're back at 8:30 with a spring break-like Monday morning crowd on our plaza. So happy to see everybody. Appreciate them being here to share the week with us.
No, this is some good Monday energy, right? Just ahead, get ready. Alex Earl's here. We are welcoming the mega influencer to Studio 1A to chat about her growing empire. There she is, a major new brand launch and showing a different side of herself in an upcoming reality series.
Tens of millions of folks
Yes.
love her. Also, we're so excited for a guest that we've got coming up on the third hour. She's already with us on the plaza. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mikaela Shiffrin.
Yes!
Hi! Alpine skiing icon, fresh off her record-tying 6th Women's Overall World Cup title. And that's just about a month after taking home the third gold medal of her Olympic career as well. Welcome home.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
It's good, yeah. This is, you guys want to like pass this around?
It's very heavy.
That's the overall gold. Here.
Oh, wow, that's bold.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't pass it to
That's got some weight. Pass it down. You got that?
Gosh. She's real.
It's real.
Man.
Wow.
Trophies, medals. Have you come down off Cloud 9 yet?
I just got back to the U.S. from Europe from the last race of the season like 3 days ago. So I am just, I don't know, anything could happen
What
here.
are you doing? Binging on TV? Like, what are you? Bad food?
I went back to Colorado. I dropped off. I was traveled home with 12 bags. So I dropped off those bags, got a little bit of a different clothing outfit situation going, and came here because, yeah, it's so nice to be in the city in the spring.
Yeah, well, welcome home.
Proud of you.
We're just getting started with Michaela. Michaela's going to come back more, chat with us on the third hour of today.
Yeah.
Thanks for making America so proud.
There's a pawn shop on 47th, though. Probably.
Totally. I'll take that back from you now.
That's
Trust him.
You want to watch?
Yeah, totally.
All right, later, you guys, on the fourth hour, our friend, comedian, and podcast host Matt Rogers is going to co-host. Plus, we are hanging with the Real Housewives of Rhode Island ahead of their big series premiere. I know.
There's a Rhode Island housewife.
I think so.
Okay.
Evidently.
We're running out of states. And I love Rhode Island. That's great. You know?
No. All right.
Anyway, my mom's in Maine. Whoa, look out.
Mr. Roker, check the weather.
Okay, let's show you what we've
Wheels
got.
are turning.
No, I need this job. The week ahead, more record highs midsection of the country, showers and storms down through Florida. We make our way into the midweek period. Warmest day in the Northeast. Temperatures here in New York may get up near 80. Look for more wet weather out west, rain and snow in the Rockies. And then as we get toward the end of the week, we're looking at some umbrellas needed in the Northeast, maybe a little snow, northern New England. Out west, though, sunny and mild, some snow through the central and western plains. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather.
All right, thank you, my friend. By the way, before we do anything else, we'd like to take a quick moment to send our love to a beloved member of the Today and NBC News family, Peter Alexander, our Saturday co-host and chief White House correspondent, announcing over the weekend that after 22 years here at the Peacock, he's leaving the network, partly to spend more time with his wife and daughters. But Peter, he joined NBC back in 2004, Saturday Today for nearly 8 years. Your husband on Saturday mornings, but Halloween's, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jimmy Buffett. But he's
iconic.
Yeah.
We're going to miss him. We're going to miss his dance moves. But you know what? We're so proud of him and just so happy for him and happy for his family.
And promised his daughters they still can come back for the concert.
Yes.
Always.
Absolutely.
So best of luck, my friend. Best of luck, Peter. Just ahead, your Friends and Neighbors star, Jon Hamm. John's going to give us a sneak peek at season 2. We're also going to chat about the next stage in his Bad Bunny super fandom as well. But first, this is Today on NBC.
This was Jon Hamm. Actually, that wasn't Jon Hamm. That was Juan Jamón.
Still had the outfit. I still had the outfit.
We are back with Jon Hamm, or should I say Juan Jamón. When he's not dancing to Bad Bunny, Jon is busy starring in Your Friends and Neighbors. Season 2 of the wildly popular hit show is on the way, with Jon's character finding himself going back to his old days as an unlikely suburban thief.
This is what happens. You get arrested for murder. You get exonerated. You get offered your old job back, but you decide to go a different way, burning that bridge once and for all. Which means your interim income source is now your primary income source. So you level up and mend fences. Nothing buries the hatchet faster than a solid revenue stream.
Juan Juan Hamon, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Welcome back. So, I mean, listen, folks love this show, myself included.
Thank you.
Saw season 1, caught the first couple episodes of season 2. Your character gets in a lot of trouble season 1.
Yes.
What can fans expect from season 2?
Well, we're kind of we pick up right where we left off.
Okay.
So we're sort of dealing with all the fallout from season 1, and there's a tremendous amount. Not only what my character is getting himself into of his own accord, but what's happening kind of around him. So we also have the addition of a new cast member. James Marsden comes in.
Yes.
Kind of makes a bit of a seismic crater in the middle of the friends and neighbors in the neighborhood, and we have to deal with that. So he's a significant disruptive force in a very good-looking package. So we have a new neighbor.
Yeah, you mentioned James. I know he's a longtime buddy of yours. Amanda Peet was here last week as well,
Awesome.
talking about
Yes,
the show.
the best.
She tells the story about James. You're a handsome fella, obviously.
Thank you.
But apparently, she said that James Marsden is so handsome that women are fainting as he walks.
Well, I mean, look at this clip. How do you get out of a McLaren in that suit? You look pretty good. You know? He's kind of next level in it. He was great. He is a longtime friend of mine. I've known James probably for the better part of 20 years, and we just missed each other on 30 Rock. We were both on the show. It was great to get a chance to work with him. He's a busy guy. I mean, between saving the world as Cyclops and being the president in Paradise. My goodness, he's a busy guy, so we were lucky to get him, but he comes in and he knocks it out of the park.
Season 2 is going to drop in just a few days. Apple's already announced they've picked it up for a third season.
Yes, a nice vote of confidence.
What do you think it is about the show?
It's me.
Of course.
I'm trying to say. Let me try to be very clear about this.
Of course. Besides John Hamm, naturally, what is it about perhaps the story or the themes and messages?
I think there's a bit of a trend these days of wealthy people behaving badly and making bad decisions, whether it's White Lotus or Succession or, of course, our show. I think there's something to be said. People like that vicarious thrill of watching people that seemingly have it all mess it up.
One of the best shows in the history of television, undoubtedly, Mad Men. And I was watching the first season. I was like, Don Draper and Coop seem to have something in common.
There's a little shared DNA there for sure. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. My wife and I have been rewatching Mad Men because I haven't done it. I've stayed away. I've only seen the show when it first aired. So and it went off the air in 2015. So it's been 11 years since that. So we just kind of dipped our toe back into it. It's been a fun ride to look back. Obviously, it's hard to look at yourself skinnier and with more hair and all the other things. But I don't know. I'm doing okay. I guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. What prompted you to go back and watch it now?
It was just a fun exercise, and I had been doing a lot of press and talking about it. I was like, I should probably familiarize myself with it a little more, and it's been fun so far. We're about 2/3 of the way through season 2, so we got a lot to go too.
What do you think?
I'm liking it. I think this kid's got a future.
Let's talk about the dancing for a moment, because as you know, I think it was episode 8, season 1, that you went viral for this dance, and I don't know what it was about the dance itself. There's the moment, but your Coop ends up in this nightclub after this emotional moment, but it really resonated with a lot of folks. Like, there's this guy finding joy amidst the chaos. What do you think it was?
Well, I have to say, whoever was the evil genius that put the new track on top of it, to turn the lights off or turn the lights on, or something about turning lights. I think they deserve all the credit, because it wasn't the original music that played in the scene.
Yeah.
So I think it was some Scandinavian DJ who's had a new career since then. God bless. I'm here to help. I'm a job creator, I suppose. So I'm happy about it.
We're out of time, but next time you come back, I want to hear more. I know you play the drums. There's been some scuttlebutt about you doing something with Bad Bunny.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Thank you. Thank you, Juan Hamon. John Hamm, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Be sure to catch the premiere of Your Friends and Neighbors Season 2 this Friday on Apple TV. Miss Jarrett.
Can't wait for that. Just ahead, she's here. Get ready. We're going one-on-one with Alex Earl, the social media superstar with millions of followers and now ready to build her growing empire. But first, this is Today on NBC. We are back now at 8:45 with social media superstar Alex Earle. She has built a massive online following thanks to her Get Ready With Me videos on TikTok that have racked up more than 1.5 billion likes. Now she is upping her game with an exciting new project. Alex, good morning.
Good morning.
So nice to have you here.
So happy to be here.
So you are the queen of the Get Ready With Me, the OG, if you will. But now you have your own line.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I mean, that started just out of one of the first things I was posting when I got any type of virality on TikTok was about my skin and struggling with acne. So just being like open and candid about that online. And that, passion turned into me becoming a founder and working on Real Actives, which we are launching tomorrow morning. I'm so excited about, and really trying to have fun in the acne space. I think it was always so like confusing and isolating for me, so I wanted to put my own spin on it.
It's one of those like taboo topics, but
Yes.
it's weird that it's taboo because so many of us struggle with it, right?
We do,
The struggle is real, and not only were you honest about it and authentic, but you took off the beauty filters. You stripped yourself all the way down and were so raw and vulnerable with people.
Yeah, I think that's really important to see online because everything that we, come across online does have, filters or just looks perfected or it's really good lighting. So I think it's important to be a little bit more real on there. And that's one thing I really want to do and get across with this brand is just normalizing real skin instead of making it something that should be, frowned upon. So I want to do like no photoshopping or retouching in our photos and just normalize pores, textures, redness, blemishes, whatever it is, because we all deal with it to some extent.
And it's what's real. Something else that's real, some numbers that we've gathered here. You have over 5 million followers on Instagram, over 8 million on TikTok, not too shabby, 1.6 billion likes on that platform. The effect has been dubbed the Alex Earle effect, because basically everything you touch turns to gold or it immediately sells out. Does it feel like pressure sometimes?
I feel a sense of responsibility to really love and enjoy the things that I am promoting. I think that's really important because I have a lot of trust with my audience. And I think once you lose that, then I think you're just losing the core of that relationship. So when I am working with other brands or partnerships or whatever it is, it's something that I love and I truly, use and recommend. So I think just another through line with this brand as well is I've been using these products for a year. It's really what I'm using on my skin, and I do feel a sense of responsibility to have that honesty with my audience.
You have had quite a run this year. You went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
You're up there with Bad Bunny having a great time. You went to the Oscars after party. People are writing about you in every sort of way, right? Even if you're trying to get somebody's number at the after party, which I'm curious about if you got one of those numbers, by the way. But does it ever hit thinking like, I was just making videos in my college dorm room?
Oh my gosh, all the time. I have the craziest sense of imposter syndrome. Like the fact I'm even sitting here is crazy. And I think sometimes, life moves so fast or we just keep like reaching for the next thing. But I think it's really important to just like stop and ground myself in moments and be like, I cannot believe I'm doing any of this. So I think it's something I, pride myself on and always wanting to do something good with whatever I am doing because I do feel so grateful to be in the position I am. And it feels, I am like, how did I get here? I have no idea.
Well, you did it. You're here. Can we play a little rapid fire questioning here? Let's get real with Alex really
Let's do
quick.
it.
Okay, quickly. Go to hype song.
Ooh, Circus by Britney Spears.
Love it. Go to cocktail.
Ooh, St. Mark's Margarita.
Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
You have more followers there. One part of your beauty routine that you will never skip?
My skincare, Real Actives.
For your Jersey followers out there, Taylor ham or pork roll?
Pork roll. I think so.
You're still a Jersey girl. I love it. Alex, thank you.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
She's going to be back with Jenna and Chanel in our 4th hour. And we should mention Real Actives goes on sale tomorrow. Next, Melissa Garcia is taking us inside our exciting Shop Today Stages event and some of the remarkable brands that were featured. But first, this is Today on NBC. Welcome back. Our good friends at Shop Today held their Stages event last week at City Winery, Hudson Valley. It was a day dedicated to all things health and wellness with intimate conversations, including special guest Brooke Shields. Shop Today lifestyle and fashion contributor Melissa Garcia is here with us with an inside look at the event, the brands that sponsored it, and the others that activated on site. Plus, Melissa's brought along some exclusive deals just for you. Get out that phone, scan the QR code. You know what to do. Melissa, good morning.
So good to be here.
Second annual Stages event, another hit.
It was such a beautiful, I had like the honor of going. It was a beautiful event. So we had Stages, Shop Today event, and it was really, everyone just kind of met together. Women from all over the country came. It was all about health and wellness and beauty. Brooke Shields was there. Our very own Jill Martin was there. And then we had these incredible brand activations from all of our featured sponsored brands, which I have here today to go through with you.
Lucky
so very
for us.
exciting.
Let's dig in.
Okay, so we all think of Brooke Shields as an actress, which she is, but she talked really candidly about her friendships, her pivots in life, and she talked about how that's how she started this brand Commence. So she's the CEO and founder of this brand. We had great massages and scalp care with her incredible products, leave-in conditioners, really great, really fun, incredible products.
That's fun. I like the packaging too.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
So this is Womaness, which is a Shop Today, our team favorite. They love this brand. So this basically is great skincare. Yes, so this is great. So this is their neck roller, which I've been loving personally. I leave it on my night table. I use it day and night.
Let's neck.
Yes, it really helps tighten and firm. And they're giving 20% off site-wide. And if you buy this incredible face serum, which they had at the event too, and the neck roller together, you get free shipping, which
Love
is
it.
amazing.
Who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't
Okay.
want that? Okay, so John Frieda, which is like a tried and true hair care brand, was there, and they were doing hair transformations, giving blowouts and styling. It was so fun. And they had this set here. This was their Ultra Filler Plus Trio. So it's a shampoo, conditioner, and a spray, and it's really meant for thinning hair. So it helps thicken your hair, helps strengthen your hair.
Oh, look at you
really
there.
great products.
You got the royal treatment.
I did. It was a really fun, hard day, right?
How about a little wellness?
Okay, so a little wellness we all need. So this is Nature Made, which is another Shop Today favorite. Our team really uses a lot of their vitamins, but they also have incredible supplements. So they have this great powder. They also have a capsule, which is all about digestive health and getting your greens in. They had a really fun juice bar where they were giving you can add the supplements in.
Oh, that's smart.
Really great, but of course, check with your doctor before you add any supplements in. Yes.
A little fashion?
A little fashion. So Shaper Mint, which is this really cool brand, they have shapewear, was there, and they had amazing bras that you could try out.
nice.
They had great camis, really great brands, and honestly, like such great shapewear, which I loved. Yeah.
Something for the guys?
Something for the guys. So Eddie Bauer, which is like
Tried
an
and true.
outdoor brand
Yeah.
that we all love, been around 100 years. So they had a cool little water bottle station where you can engrave a personal water bottle. Really great. And now 30% off site-wide, even on sale stuff, and they have such classic great products. Like I am grabbing this raincoat for our trip
Especially
to Iceland.
this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not
so last but not least, I
we
can
all
let
need
you
more
sleep and relax. So this is from Lisa, which is an incredible mattress brand. I mean, you honestly have to feel it.
Yeah.
So like it's so soft. I really love these brands. And there's two different mattresses. So this is the Sapira, and they also have the original. They're giving 35% off site-wide. It comes boxed and ready to go to your door.
Melissa, thank you. Shop these brands, scan that QR code. We should mention Today earns a commission from purchases made through our links. We are back with UConn's March Madness hero, Braylon Mullins, right after your local news. I like this.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.